Formerly, in the age of Haoying, the people cut trees and slaughtered animals for food. The people were few, whereas trees and animals plenty. In the age of the human thearch, the people consumed neither fawns nor eggs. Officials had no servants to support them, and at death they could not obtain outer coffins. The undertakings of Haoying and the human thearch were not the same, but they all were monarchs. This is because the times were different. In the age of Shennong, men plowed to obtain food, women wove to obtain clothing. He used neither punishments nor regulations, yet there was order. Armor and weapons were not set up, but Shennong became a monarch. After Shennong, the strong overpowered the weak, the many lorded over the few. Hence, the Yellow Thearch created the duties of rulers and ministers, and of superiors and inferiors, rituals of fathers and sons, and of elder and younger brothers, and harmony between husband and wife and between spouses. At home he applied knife and saw. Abroad he used armored soldiers. This was because times changed. Looking at it from this angle, it is not that Shennong was superior to the Yellow Thearch. It is just that his name is honored because he conformed to his times. Therefore, in order to eradicate war with war, even waging war is permissible. To eradicate murder with murder, even murdering is permissible. To eradicate punishments with punishments, even making punishments heavy is permissible. In the past, those who were able to regulate all under heaven first had to regulate their own people. Those who were able to overcome the enemy had first to overcome their own people. The root of overcoming the people is controlling the people, as the metalworker controls metal and the potter clay. When the roots are not firm, the people will be like flying birds and running animals. Who will then be able to regulate them? The root of the people is law. Hence, those who excel at orderly rule block the people with law. Then good name and lands can be attained. When the name is honored and territories are extensive to the point that you become the monarch, why is that? It is because of victory in war. When the name is disdained and the territory is dismembered to the point of perishing, why is that? It is because of defeat in war. From ancient times until today, it has never happened that one became monarch without victories or perished without defeats. When the people are brave, war ends in victory. When the people are not brave, war ends in defeat. He who is able to unify the people in war, his people are brave. He who is unable to unify the people in war, his people are not brave. The sage monarchs observed that monarchy is attainable through the military. Hence, they demanded that the entire state participate in the military. When you enter a state and observe its governance, you know that he whose people are usable is powerful. How can I know that the people are usable? When the people look at war as a hungry wolf looks at meat, the people are usable. As for war, it is something that the people hate. He who is able to make the people delight in war is the true monarch. Among the people of a powerful state, fathers send off their sons, elder brothers send off their younger brothers, wives send off their husbands, and all say, "Do not come back without achievements." They also say, "If you violate the military law and disobey orders, you will die, and I shall die." Under the canton's control, there is no place to flee from the army ranks, and migrants can find no refuge. To order the army ranks, link them into 5-man squads, distinguish them with badges, and bind them with orders. Then there will be no place to flee, and defeat will never ensue. Thus, the multitudes of the 3 armies will follow orders as water flows downwards, and even facing death, they will not turn back. The state is in turmoil neither because its laws are in turmoil, nor because the laws are useless. Every state has laws, but there is no law to make laws inevitably implementable. Every state has laws that prohibit villainy and wickedness, and punish robbers and bandits. But there is no law that makes the villainous and wicked, the robbers and the bandits, inevitably be apprehended. Capital punishments are inflicted on the villainous and the wicked, on robbers and bandits, but villainy, wickedness, robbery, and banditry do not stop. This is because perpetrators are not inevitably apprehended. When they are inevitably apprehended, and still there is villainy, wickedness, robbery, and banditry, it is because punishments are light. When punishments are light, not all are prosecuted. Yet when all are inevitably apprehended, there are many punishments. Hence, he who is good at governance punishes the bad and does not reward the good. In such a case, there are no punishments and the people are good. When there are no punishments and the people are good, this is because punishments are heavy. When punishments are heavy, the people dare not break the law. Hence, there are no punishments, and none among the people transgress. Then the entire state is good. Hence, the good are not rewarded, yet the people are good. It is unacceptable to reward the good. It is like rewarding those who do not steal. Hence, he who attains good order makes robber trustworthy, and how much more boy. He who is unable to attain good order makes boy suspicious, and how much more Jew. When the power of the ruler does not allow one to behave wickedly, even Jew becomes trustworthy. When the power allows one to behave wickedly, then even boy is made suspect. Some states multiply orderly rule, others multiply turmoil. When the clear-sighted sovereign is above, he exclusively elevates the worthy. Hence, management of the laws is in the hands of the worthy. When management of the laws is in the hands of the worthy, then the laws are disseminated below, and the unworthy dare not transgress. This is called to multiply orderly rule. When ruler above is not clear-sighted, he exclusively elevates the unworthy. The state lacks clear laws, and the unworthy dare to transgress. This is called to multiply turmoil. In the army, some multiply strength, some multiply weakness. But when the people firmly want to fight in war, and also have no choice but to fight, this is called to multiply strength. When the people resolutely do not want to fight, and also are unable to escape fighting, this is called to multiply weakness. The clear-sighted sovereign does not enrich and ennoble his ministers excessively. What is called riches does not refer to grain, rice, pearls, and jade. What is called nobility does not refer to ranks, positions, offices, and duties. When the ruler discards laws and creates private ranks and emoluments, this is what I refer to as riches and nobility. The sovereign does not exceed others in his virtuous conduct. He does not exceed others in knowledge, nor does he surpass others in courage and strength. Nonetheless, even the wise and the knowledgeable from among the people dare not plot against me. The courageous and the strong dare not kill me. The multitudes dare not overpower their sovereign. Although the people are numbered in myriads, once hefty rewards are publicized, the people dare not contend. Once heavy penalties are implemented, the people dare not resent. This is the proper implementation of the law. The state is disordered when the people have too much private justice. The army is weak when the people have too much private courage. Thus, the due to be dismembered state has multiple ways through which ranks and emoluments can be obtained. The customs of the due to perish state are to disdain ranks and to think lightly of emoluments. Those who do not work but eat, those who do not fight but attain glory, who have no rank but are respected, who have no emolument but are rich, who have no office but lead, these are called villains. A well-ruling sovereign has no loyal ministers. A kind father has no filial sons. This means that they do not resort to good words, but supervise ministers and sons according to the law, and correct them through orders. Thus, no one can either transgress or join others in transgressing. He who is wealthy has plenty of income and few expenditures. When there are regulations for garments and food and drinks are measured, then expenditures are few. When women's affairs are fully maintained within the household, and men's affairs are fully maintained outside, income is plentiful. He who is clear-sighted sees everything, so that the ministers dare not behave villainously, and the 100 clans dare not transgress. Hence, the ruler rests on a comfortable bed, and listens to the sounds of silk and bamboo, while all under heaven is well ordered. What is called clear-sighted means causing the people to be unable not to perform what is required. He who is strong overpowers all under heaven. Overpowering all under heaven is due to combining its strength. Therefore, the courageous and strong dare not act violently. The sage and knowledgeable dare not cheat and seek employment due to empty reputation. In uniting the multitudes of all under heaven, none dares not perform whatever the powerful ruler likes, or avoid what he detests. He who is strong lets the courageous and powerful to be unable not to serve him. If his desires are satisfied, all under heaven assists him. If they are not satisfied, all under heaven is still fond of him. He who relies on all under heaven abandons him. He who relies on himself will attain all under heaven. He who attains all under heaven is the one who is first able to attain himself. He who overpowers a strong enemy is the one who is first able to overpower himself. The sage understands the principle of what is inevitably so, and the power of timely, inevitable action. Hence, he implements the government that will inevitably bring orderly rule. He fights using the people who are inevitably courageous. He issues orders that will inevitably be heeded. Hence, when his army is dispatched, it has no rivals. When his orders are issued, all under heaven submits and follows him. A yellow crane, once it rises, flies for 1,000 li because it is equipped with what makes it inevitably fly. The thoroughbreds, Lili and Juju, cover 1,000 li a day because they have the power that makes them inevitably run. Tigers, leopards, bears, and brown bears are unmatched in their ferocity because they possess the principle of inevitable victory. The sage observes the fundamentals of government and understands the principle of what is inevitably so. Hence, he can regulate the people as if regulating the flow of water from high to low, or regulating the shift of fire from wet to dry. Hence it is said, the benevolent can behave benevolently towards others, but cannot cause them to behave benevolently. The righteous can love others, but cannot cause others to be loving. From this, I know that benevolence and righteousness are insufficient to rule all under heaven. The sage possesses the nature of being inevitably trusted, and also possesses the method of making all under heaven trust him. What is called righteousness is when ministers are loyal and sons filial. There is ritual order between the young and the old, and there are distinctions between men and women. Yet this is not real righteousness. When the hungry cannot get food improperly, when the dying cannot get life improperly, this is the constancy of the law. Sage kings did not esteem righteousness, but esteemed the law. Laws must be clear, orders must be implemented, and that is all.